Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is an entry onto the alternatives playlist because I haven't done one in a while, so here we are. This is the 33rd overall video, but 32nd review of the alternatives playlist, and we will be looking at this guy. This is Volt Frosted Apple. This is not an American product, so I'm just going to let you know where I got this from. This came through snoozedirect.com, where I got the last batch of snooze from. It caught my eye. I was like, never heard of that, and I didn't realize in a country that is the home of snooze that they would even have a market for nicotine pouches. And that is what I think this is. So we're going to take it over to the desk to take a closer look at the packaging and the product inside. Back in a moment. Okay, so here we are. So what you're looking at is a plastic lid on plastic, somewhat translucent can. All right. The lid does have a catch on it for used portions. It is in English, obviously. Slimmer, softer, faster is what is being promoted there, and likelihood of death is 5 out of 5. Slim nicotine pouches. Going to the side banding, you sort of have just a whole bunch of branding going along. There's the likelihood of death, what the product is, one of those R codes, that this is bio-based, which makes me want to buy another. And that's about that there. On the back, you start getting the idea that this is in fact not an American product. This is a product of Swedish Match, seemingly like almost everything else coming out of Sweden. It is a Bast 4, best before 3rd of July, 2023. There's an ingredients list. And I am not sure if that is the milligram there at the end of nicotine per portion, but that's pretty darn high if it is. Barcode, obviously, and Volt.com, because we have to do Volt back to back as much as possible. So let's open it up. I'm feeling like maybe, no, it doesn't. It's just cutting like that. It's not perforated, but there must be some sort of design. You see how that's cutting with my nail there? It's almost exact in pattern. Okay, the lid's, and whoa, okay. Tell me that this is, do I have the magnification? No, I don't. No, that's actually that big. Okay. That is holy crap. Okay, and now obviously this is looking small to you, but as far as nicotine pouches go, this is of significant size. Now, it is long and thin. That's because this is about as long as a standard dip pouch. It is not as wide this way, but lengthwise, it is at least as long as a dip pouch. It is pretty pillowy. I'm a little surprised here at what I'm looking at. They don't seem to be messing around in Sweden with nicotine pouches. It is soft. I will take a count as to how many are in here, and we will be going back up top. Okay, and we are back. There is 20 portions, pouches in the can. These are big. Now, like, they're pretty darn big. For a nicotine pouch, they're big. Okay, I mean, these things, product in pouch, have got Rogue beat. They're a little bit formatted different, being slim, but the smell off it is a very strong tart apple. So I am guessing this is not going to be a warm apple pie. This isn't going to be a Stoker's bag of chew here. So I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to put it down below, and we will see. Depending what the flavor releases, I may pause this again. Oh my God, that's strong. It's real. Now, when I bought this, I can't even remember now at this point. I don't know if... You know what? I'm not ingesting. I'm going to actually spit with this, because I don't need that nicotine content staying in. There is a significant burn going on, contact burn. But I'm starting to feel like, hey, let's go running. Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay, it's a fine burn, only the contact area, because it's not producing a whole lot of saliva. I can't even remember now if there were other flavors on offer. And evidently I didn't take note of whether there being other strengths. This is probably much too strong for me. Yeah, it's really strong. I don't think it's like Siberia strong, but I don't think you'd need to use more than one of these at a time. In fact, I wouldn't suggest using, unless your nicotine tolerance is like through the roof. I don't see it necessary. It is soft, but that is hard to tell due to the burn going on right now. It is long. I'm guessing it's probably pretty... Yeah, it's pretty low key here. You would not need to spit with this. I'm only spitting because I don't want to be ingesting nicotine content in case this gets exponentially worse. Trying to do a review, not trying to get sick, guys. Flavor-wise, it's taking a little while for the flavor to get through, but I am a little bit preoccupied with the burn and how strong the nicotine may be coming across to me. Now, with me, things other than what I usually use that are stronger, I tend to notice more. It could be a head game that's going on. If I get a really strong snooze or anything basically that might hit a little bit differently just because the product being different, like the Malacca or strong snooze or even a strong nasal snuff, I seem to really notice it. Like, it's almost like I focus on it, so I'm sort of probably making it a little worse than it actually is. That said, this is not the strongest thing I've ever done. The strongest things I've ever done have made my hands tingle. That is when you know. But I am sure this would be definitely on the top 20 list. Possibly the top 15. Could squeak in on the 10. It's not unpleasant. It seems like it's sort of leveled off now. At first there I was like, oh man, where is this going? It's stronger than I need, and I would have no use for this really for anything. I would go with a lower product. Now, some of the products, like the stronger Rogue or any of them, you know, they'll be 6. Some of them I think are even 8. But I'm pretty sure this is reading 12.5. So, or whatever that was. I don't know. 12.5. That is a lot. Okay? And it's a lot quickly. Which they are promoting, you know, slim, softer, faster. They're promoting it as quick. So, I mean, that's not a lie. No false advertising there. But you're going to be getting that 12.5 milligrams, I feel, out of it into you in a much shorter period than if, let's say, you were using Dip. All right? The flavor is not as sharp as I expected it to be. The smell is pretty sharp. The flavor is not out of control. Actually, I could probably use it being a little bit stronger flavor-wise. That said, I have found a lot of the nicotine pouch products not very strong when it comes to flavor. They just don't seem... Now, they are producing less saliva. That is what they're setting out to do. So, I am spitting. You would not need to spit on this. You could keep this. If I really wanted to find out how strong this could get, I wouldn't. I am, because as I said, I don't feel like getting sick. All in all, this is the strongest nicotine pouch I've ever had. All right? By what they're saying and what they're promoting and what I'm feeling, this is by far the strongest nicotine pouch I've had. So again, these are at Snooze Direct. They may be found elsewhere. That's where I got this. Hey, you know, I would be more interested if they had like a 3 maybe. Or it depends what the ratio was going down. I'm impressed with the size, the pouch size, and they're even soft to the touch. That's excellent. All right. This is not some little tiny. That is a pretty good size and pretty plump pouch. Okay. The packaging, by Swedish standards, is par for the course. The couch lid is nice. I know everything's white on white, so it's not really working out well, but that's what that's for. No gum discomfort besides the burn. It's mostly because it's not producing a lot of saliva. It's mostly a contact area burn. It's not like spreading. But I'll tell you what, that saliva I was spitting out was having mouthfeel in my tongue, which is why I was sort of spitting it out. All in all, pretty sound product. I was a little surprised. Part of the reason I got this was because I was surprised to see it. Because it is a Swedish product, and Sweden is the home of snus, which is about as safe as you can get with tobacco. Like, very safe. So, I just never occurred to me they would even have a market for nicotine in an even safer form. And when I saw it, I was like, that's odd. What is that? And I looked at it, I was like, they're making nicotine pouches too? So, I don't know. It's in English on the front. This could be for export, but the only thing that gives me pause about that is that there's no English on the back. So, I don't know. Anyway, this has been my review of Volt Frosted Apple. This has been the 30-second review of the Alternatives playlist. It's an okay product. I mean, if you ran across it and you can take the nicotine, it's okay. It was reasonably priced. It wasn't expensive at all. It was well under $5 for the can. So that is that. I do hope you are well. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.